Okay, this is a step-by-step lesson plan on the premium ESL worksheet, Countable Nouns. Topic, Foodstuffs. The foodstuffs lesson should take between 45 minutes to 1 hour and is aimed at intermediate pupils. Before you give out the worksheet to the class, begin the lesson with a warm-up activity to test the students' knowledge of the quantifiers how much and how many. You should write various foodstuffs on the board and elicit answers from the class as to whether the food in question is an uncountable noun, for example, tea, and thus takes how much, or it is a countable noun, e.g. banana, and thus takes how many. You should then hand out a worksheet to each class member and ask the students in turn to name each picture, correcting pronunciation where necessary. Begin task 1 by reiterating the rules for countable and uncountable nouns, especially the rules for those foodstuffs that can be classified as both countable and uncountable, as this can be somewhat confusing for students. You may choose to give an example for each type to further reiterate the rules. Countable, an apple. Uncountable, some butter. Both, a cake or some cake. You should give the class 10 to 15 minutes to complete task 1. Once the class has completed the task, ask random students for answers to each of the 18 foodstuffs, correcting them where necessary. You should begin task 2 by eliciting from the class different types of food containers that they might commonly find in their local supermarket. You may choose to start the students off by answering the first one, i.e. a slice of pizza, and explain why that is the only answer which fits into the space provided. Give the class 10 minutes to complete task 2 before asking random students for their answers. Task 3 should follow on nicely from the warm-up exercise mentioned earlier. Nevertheless, you may want to answer the first sentence by choosing the correct quantifier, i.e. how much milk do we have in the fridge, before giving the students 5 minutes to complete the task. Finally, task 4 should build on what was learnt in task 2, albeit with less well-known containers. Although this task introduces more complicated vocabulary, the 8 answers are written within a circle on the page for the students to choose from. You should allow 5 to 10 minutes for the class to complete this task. Once tasks 3 and 4 have been completed, elicit answers from random students, correcting where necessary. Thank you for listening.